Hello everybody, welcome back to the Back Post. Hope you're all good, hope you're all well. How you doing, boys?
Great.
Surprisingly well, actually. 4 minutes from not being very good, but hey, here we are. That's football.
That is football, yeah. So we're going to do a bit of a review of the weekend's football. A lot of stuff happened, a lot of good stuff in our case, so we're all buzzing today, which is very rare. Before we get into it though, please make sure you like the video. Please make sure you subscribe to the Back Post. We're putting out all sorts of content over the shitty international break, so make sure you stick around for that. Alright, where do we start, boys?
Some of it might even be good.
True.
Some of it might even be good. You've got to press subscribe. You've got to press subscribe and just take the gamble.
Just find out. Roll the dice, mate. We'll start off how it went, Jay, which I believe was a 3-1 win at Old Trafford or Goodison Park?
Goodison Park, obviously.
Goodison Park, obviously.
Obviously.
Well, I'll start off with a start. This is the 7th away win in a row for us. The best record for 20 odd years. Can't remember what. 20. Call it 27. I'm going to guess at that. I remember hearing it anyway. But yeah, well, I've just been talking to Josh before you got here, Jay. I thought it was going to be another one of them games. They went 1-0 up. He was battering us for the first 10-15 minutes. And it just looked like it was going to go to shit again because we're Manchester United. But as we got towards the end of the first half, we was moving the ball a lot quicker, and it's the quickest I've seen us move the ball since the start of the season. You know, it was nice to see, and we took advantage of that. And Bruno played out his skin, and we ended up winning 3-1.
The thing that baffles me, mate, it's just how hot and cold you guys can be, how good and bad you can be in the same week. It's
that's
beyond me.
what's
I don't
frustrating.
understand.
Yeah, I don't know where we stand at the moment because we've lost our 3 home games, which is ridiculous for United. 4, fair enough. Yeah, that's why I'd rather.
No, I didn't say 4. I said poor, as in P-O.
Oh, fair enough.
Sorry.
Yeah, I am right. It's 3. But yeah, in terms of the game, we played well. Bruno was fantastic. The defence looked decent. I think Calvert-Lewin bullied Lindelof a bit, but I didn't get past him in terms of that. The team we put out, I was pleased with, to be honest. I'm glad we dropped Pogba because we seem to have played so much better when he's not on the pitch. It sounds horrible, but I'm so done with him, man. I really am.
2 points, Adam. The first of which is, I get what Jay's saying because United are obviously blowing hot and cold, but I don't think it's United blowing hot and cold. I think Everton came because Everton think they're the bollocks now, and we've got Rodriguez. Let's go for it, lads. And that's exactly what United love to play against. So why is every team not coming to play you like at Burnley or at Istanbul or someone like that? Just. Stop.
Oh, you're right. Because
at the moment they're letting you win essentially. You're doing well to still score the goals. I'm not taking it away from you, but just go to United and make it a difficult game, or let United come and make it a difficult game. Don't open up your arse to Solskjaer. is my advice.
All right, that's a good point because
that should be the title of the podcast.
Because last week we was talking about us playing Istanbul, and I said we should win. We should be putting 3 past them, and you did say, Why don't they go into this game, sit back, soak up the pressure? And that's exactly what they did. And it's an interesting point why managers aren't coming up against us and saying, let's just sit in, because United cannot break down defences when there's more than 7 players back. It's as simple as that. But I'll take the win. You're going to make another point.
If you didn't. The second point is just one question, and it was one I was pre-warned you that I was going to ask. You don't know what the question is, but in your opinion, and I know that this is how football works, but is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer anywhere near the United job as it stands if he never got Fernandes over the line?
Probably not.
Absolutely not. I think without without him, your club would be even more shit than it is now. He's like dragging you up at the moment.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. But I am going to make a video this week about about Ollie and about the rumours around United at the moment, so I'll do that in a different video. But in terms of the game, it was a good win. We was away from home. I say this, we've got West Ham, we've got Southampton, and we got West Brom. Our next 3 Premier League games.
Don't say it. What are you about to say?
No, I'm not going to say anything because I'm sick
but what
of.
are you thinking? Because you think
saying,
they're winnable games, don't you? You actually, no,
I'm saying,
jinx it, but you think they're winnable games.
No, I'm saying Ollie's got these 3 games to save his job. That's what I'm saying.
And West Ham and Southampton are 2 of the most informed, not top clubs in the league.
Anyway, right, we've spent enough time on United. We always seem to do this. We'll move on to the next game in the weekend. The next game we want to talk about is Chelsea-Sheffield. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I feel like I've said a lot about it already this week, so check out all the stuff we've put out. But yeah, I'm very happy with the smashing of Sheffield. You know, they're bottom of the table. They didn't play like a team at the bottom of the table, I'll tell you that. They came at us with a bit of venom, especially in that first 20 minutes. And their first goal was beautiful. Really was a lovely goal. But the thing I'm happy the most with, Josh was probably rolled his eyes, but I'm happy that we went 0 down and we didn't lose our heads. That's something we did a lot last season. We'd concede a goal and for some reason everyone forgot how to play football. So this game, that didn't happen. We just stayed calm. We just carried on playing the football we wanted to play and then we won the game. And I'm absolutely happy with that. So that's my take from that game. Should we move on to your game quickly, Josh? Wow. Spurs baggies.
Wow, just done,
mate.
That was quick.
How quick is that, boys?
I mean, I'm not sure if it was like there's a lack of discussion. I'm not sure if it then just makes it not that good, Jay. Like you've just scrubbed, but okay, fair.
Keep it moving.
So are you just a top 14 now, Jay? Is that what you're saying? We're above Tottenham and United. Is that what you're saying? Just move on.
Whoa. Yeah, no, they're fucking not. Can you pipe the fuck down? Tottenham Hotspur are second behind Leicester, Adam.
We're at 9 positions ahead of you, Adam. That's all I will say on
Which
that.
means we're 11 positions ahead of you. Can we just have some respect, please? God's sake.
I just want to keep the pod moving because we spent too long on United like we normally do.
We didn't even mention the fact that Cavani got off the score sheet, Jay, just to annoy you.
I know, you just don't let me talk.
Right, okay.
Talk about it.
No, I said this before we started. Your games are clearly and objectively more impressive than the Tottenham result. You smashed 4 past Sheffield, you smashed 3 past Everton, both conceded 1. However, the reason I'm more impressed with the Tottenham win is because of how just... Jay, 77 minutes when Jay turned TalkSport on, he didn't think there was going to be an 88th minute winner. When I briefly went to the Liverpool
I thought there might be one for baggies.
Yeah, when I briefly checked my phone in like the 60th minute, I went, oh, for God's sake. Although I did message Ross saying... we're going to nick it and run. So I will take that. But I just didn't actually believe it, I won't lie. And just to have, just at the 88th minute, it was an awful goal in terms of, like, it's a very strange early cross from Doherty, and Kane just, the only word to describe it is boops. He boops it in.
Boops it in.
He just goes boop. And the keeper's like, oh, shit, boop. And it's great. There was more chances than that. Obviously, Dyer cleared one off the line. It would have been a fortunate freak goal. It kind of deflected cross, but... it was good, and for 35 minutes or whatever before Leicester won, we were top of the table, and that's all you can ask for in terms of being in the title race. Like, we're a point behind first 7 games in, so you can't actually ask for more.
Yeah, I was going to say as well. You know, it's similar to my point about our game, but if you're winning those types of games, the ones that aren't looking, not my game, sorry, that our game was quite good, but you know, it's 0-0, it's 80 minutes in. West Brom aren't looking like, you know, they're going to concede and you still scrape a goal out of it. That's something Liverpool did a lot last season.
Yes, no, exactly.
And it's the kind of shit you need.
And also,
don't be comparing them to Liverpool, though, because Tottenham are not going to win the league. Let's just put that forward.
Oh, no, they're not going to win the league. It's Tottenham, but I'm just saying that's what you have to do to win stuff.
How the fuck have I been attacked when United are where they are?
Who's
more likely to win the league? Answer me one question. Who is more likely to win the league this season, Tottenham or United?
I don't need to answer that question. All I'm going to say is
question.
You're very easy
not
to
answering it.
You're very easy to put me and Jay down when we're having a good week. I'm putting you back down your place. You ain't winning the league.
You're not giving me any facts. You just the reason you need to pipe in with Tottenham won't win the league. I know you're scared, Adam Taylor player.
It's because Kane's going to be injured before January.
Shitting yourself.
Kane's going to be injured before January, and your backup striker isn't good enough. It's going to go to shit by January. I'm telling you now.
Play the guitar. That's all you're saying.
I feel like my parents are arguing and I was sat in the middle, guys, please.
Right, okay. We'll move on from that. All I'm saying is I'm not sure if my heart could take a Tottenham-Leicester title race. However, if that were to be the case again, I'm not saying it will be, I'm just saying if it were,
Leicester will beat you again.
We saw what happened to Leicester last season. They sank like a stone. They did. So unless they've sorted that out, I would be quite happy remaining a point behind Leicester for most of the season.
They sank probably because of the restart, isn't it? So hopefully we don't have that again.
No, they didn't. They started to lose a few games on the trot before restart. I think they'd lost like 4 or something. The decline started before COVID.
Fair enough. Right, let's move on to the biggest game of the weekend. In the fact that every pundit seemed to think that this was going to decide the title, which is bizarre because neither of those are top one, first or second. So, but yeah, City won, Liverpool won. Bit of controversy in this one. What did you guys think?
Ironically, a draw maybe decides the title a little bit more, as other teams look a little bit better than an injury-ridden Liverpool and a off-the-boil City.
Yeah, I going into this game, I said I wanted a draw because that means both teams don't get ahead of each other. So I wanted a draw. But yeah, it was pretty boring second half. First half was decent, but the second half was awful.
Yeah, both teams had big chances, I'd say, but no one really looked like they was going to take the game. To be honest, I mean, De Bruyne missed that penalty, and I can't remember. Well, they both had big chances in the box, but
yeah. You see how confused De Bruyne was when he missed it?
That was an awful penalty. He did miss kick it.
I don't think he could compute. He was just like, "What? Did that not go in?" Like he was so confused, which I thought was great. I mean, go on, sorry.
I was just going to say it's a much better result for Liverpool. It's just a much better result for Liverpool because when I saw the lineup, I actually was about to message you guys, but then I got called back onto the behind the camera. But I was just thinking, like, you look at Gomez and Matip, and you just look at what a City have, and I know that Aguero is not fully fit and Jesus has just come back, but remember that defence a few years ago before they bought Van Dijk, when Tottenham smashed 4 past them, like just before they got good. Like they're clearly doing all right, but at the same time, I just thought that City would have too much for them, and City should have had too much for that defence, and they didn't.
Yeah, it's that Liverpool thing that even though they're missing their best player, and I still would say that Van Dijk's their best player because of how much he did to change them, they're still finding ways now, and that's just where they're at as a club. They're still finding ways. They're playing 2 average defenders but putting in decent performances, and it's just a bit mad in it. But I mean, to be fair, what did we think to the penalty though as well? The Gomez handball.
The Gomez one, nah. Same with.
I didn't think any of them were a penalty.
Yeah, who else had one like that?
There was 3 as well, weren't there?
Someone else got a penalty given against them like that, and I can't remember who it was this week. Bollocks! It was another. There was 2 cross-in handball, stupid non-penalties, and it's just you kind of get you get it now because that's what football is. But it's sad that that's what football is. It was Leicester Wolves, I think. The Jamie Vardy one that he actually scored for me wasn't a penalty either.
Yeah, like you said, though, that's just it. I think you summed it up perfectly, Josh. It just that we all like when we saw the replay, everyone was like, "That's going to be given. We know it's going to be given. We don't think it should." And I think even the fucking referee, you see the look in his eye, he didn't want to give it.
No.
And I thought there was going to be another penalty during that game. I think it was it might have been Rodri again. And someone's shot or crossed it, and he's brought his hand into his chest, and it's hit his hand. And I thought they're going to give that again. And everyone that was watching it in the room was like, "Yeah, that could easily be given," but it was just looked over. So it's just, again, it's very inconsistent.
I think the real issue is we're getting our priorities totally mixed up with football. So I'm gonna just because it's fresh in my mind, I'm gonna use it as an example. It's not just a dig at Adam, but we're minimising, and let's not forget. I know we weren't really going to talk about this, but let's not forget that Bamford offside.
Yeah, of course.
Oh god,
that was
man pointed.
That, for
man
me,
pointed.
The full. Tottenham have had terrible ones. United have had worse ones. Chelsea's had bad ones. All of us have had absolutely horrendous. That is the worst VAR hand off. Not it's not VAR's fault. That is the worst offside call I've ever seen, in my opinion. I don't know if any of you can top it. Like the Son v Leicester one last. That was.
I think the Mane one for me is worse. You remember the Mane one not too long ago where he literally was just behind the play, like. But I do agree.
It's fine. It's on par. Then, but they're just terrible.
Yeah.
And I think we're looking at that, and we're looking at balls scraping fingernails when someone's running with their hands, because that's how you run. And then we look at the Tottenham United game, and we look at Shaw absolutely scythe down Kane, like, malicious. It was. And I would probably do the same at 6-1 down. I'm not going to go at Shaw, but we're looking at that. We're looking at just because I'm a Tottenham fan. These are the examples I have in my head. We look at Lascelles rugby tackling Kane in the box last season. We see so many stupid, malicious, dangerous fouls that players are getting away with, but then we're being absolutely. It's touched your little pinky and your finger, so throw the rule book at you, and you're like, well, hang on a minute. Like, Shaw could have broken Kane's leg, and Gomez did not mean to handball that ball. Our priorities are completely wrong within football, and it's upsetting and sad. I just want to see a bit of common sense,
Yeah, that's the word that's disappeared, isn't it? Common sense. I agree, mate. Anyway, we'll move on. That was I think that was a decent result for our clubs, them two drawing. But out of the two of them, like you said, I think Liverpool got away with one a little bit with that defence. Right, last game.
But Joe, let me transition this. What put the cherry on the cake for our good results this weekend?
It was, and listen. I'll say this every single time. I hate Villa as much as the next guy, but I hate Arsenal more, and that was so beautiful last night.
I don't know what minute I texted him. It was 1-0 to Villa, and I texted the group chat saying, I love Arsenal. And Josh texted back saying, no, don't say anything just yet. Shh. Okay, I didn't realise it was 3-0 until the 90th minute. I was buzzing, honestly.
Because they put two in rapid, didn't they?
I was checking my phone in, like, let's say 5 to 10 minute intervals, just to basically keep me updated when Arsenal equalised. That was why I was doing it. And it was one of those things where it was 1-0 for ages, and I was already laughing because obviously they scored in the first minute. It was kind of controversially ruled out, and then Arsenal gave them a goal straight away anyway. Literally with an own goal, so that's all fun. And I was just checking and going like, oh, come on, and then like it was 3-0 on my phone, but I didn't notice. I literally looked and like put it, went, okay, cool, still 3-0.
Yeah.
And then I went, hang on a minute, what?
Can we just say Ross Barkley masterclass? Come on, he had a great game. I was loving it. And Willian had a terrible game, and Arsenal fans on the internet are fuming with him. So from my Chelsea biasness, it made it just even better that them two players were playing the way they did. It was just a beautiful time. And the question is, boys, right? I think we asked this question last year. Are Arsenal a top 6 club?
Well, yes.
I can't say much at the
both
moment.
of you combined, but yes, but also, like, I don't know, just like it's more satisfying for me, I guess, because we had that last season, where Poch was starting to crumble, and then like Mourinho eventually comes in, and it was a bit start and stop, and then everyone thinks Arteta is somehow the football god. Like, apparently we were attributing all of Pep's success to Arteta, as if the man hadn't won titles in Spain and like Germany, and we're like, now that Arteta's gone, Guardiola is nothing, and then he's on the touchline and he's there like subbing Ceballos on, and all the Arsenal fans are just coming everywhere, and they're like we're coming for you all, and then like, this is a title-winning side now. Look at Thomas Partey's here now. It's party time. Like the man, he's just been replaced by Jeffrey Kondogbia. Like. He's a good player. He is a good player, but it's
so sweet because like you say, the Arteta fucking storyline has been so blown out of proportion. It's like the Arteta wank fest has just been completely blown out of proportions. To see them being humbled by Villa, who aren't having a bad season, but they're still Aston Villa.
You can almost guarantee none of us have played them yet, have we? We'll all be humbled by Aston Villa by the end of the season. We'll all be sad.
Yeah, I feel like
shit.
I do feel like that might happen just because of this video alone. But still, I'm here for it. Like you said, icing on the cake. Beautiful way to end the weekend's football, and what a beautiful way to end this video. Oh, that transition, boys.
And let us know if you had a nice weekend. It doesn't even have to be about the football. Just tell us what you're up to. It'll be great. We'll have a nice chat in the comments below.
Just check in. Right, thanks for watching, everyone. We really appreciate you watching this far into the video. Make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe. We've got all sorts of content coming your way. And anything else to add, lads?
Tell your dads.
Tell your dads.